word, I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that, spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas, think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past and the pettiness, a reflection of the...
Welcome back to the YouTube channel, everybody. We are in the garage working on the convertible. The green car's getting worked on. Joe's getting the floors welded into it now. He sent me a picture the other day where he had a couple panels. I'll show you in a future video, but we are patching the floor. I have to run a stock floor, period. Now there's a whole bunch of rules around that, but like, so if you want to look it up, you can look up Drag Week's Super Street class rules, and there's like a paragraph of red about floor rules. It's huge. You look it up and you'll see what I'm talking about. But essentially, they don't want you touching that stock floor, firewall, I think up to the rear seat. But you gotta stay stock suspension anyway. They said you could cut out the trunk, the spare tire well, for, you know, weight and stuff like that, because that don't mean anything. So I've actually emailed Keith Turk pictures of what I was doing, and he said it's skirting the rules, but I don't see anything that, you know, you're on that gray area. Gray area is the best place to be. Screenshot that email, bring to Drag Week with me. You said this is okay. So it's still technically a stock floor. It's still technically in a stock location, and it's still oh god, there were so many. So it fits. They said it fits, it fits. It's, you know, very gray areas. Don't care. I was told it's okay. So he's in the middle of doing that. It's a little time consuming, I would assume. Cutting everything, fitting everything, welding everything to each tube. And then you got to get the transmission tunnel to fit. Stock location, stock floor, stock metal. I'm trying to think of all the rules coming ahead. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So, and then I'm going to have to go up there maybe next weekend, and I think we're going to fit the seat. So we'll go over more then. This video, we're going to see if I can get this motor into that engine bay without major problems. This Tin Soldier sweatshirt is the tightest 2X sweatshirt I've ever had in my life. I only bought it to get in that rear end giveaway, but my god, I feel brolic on this. I was gonna paint the whole engine bay, I was gonna sand it down, prime it, sand it, two-stage it, matte black, and I'm like, I'm not doing that. This is a budget car. It's not to win shows, it's to go have fun with the family. The wife can take it to work on a nice sunny day. She can enjoy having a convertible. I could do burnouts in it. So, having said that, we're going to sand the engine bay, which looks like diarrhea. So we're going to sand the whole engine bay. I already started over here. You know, I'm not doing anything crazy, just taking some 180 and scuffing it up real nice. I gotta get the rust, there's a little bit of rust. I gotta get, you know, this is pretty crappy, but I gotta get the sway bar out, I gotta get the brake lines out, throttle cable out, hood cable out, which I just broke. So now it is, I mean, literally falling apart. Wiper motor out, hood off, sand this, and we're just taking straight SEM trim black to it, and that's what we're gonna roll with. So nothing high-end or fancy or expensive. 4 cans? Maybe? I don't know. We're gonna find out. And then we're gonna try to stab that motor in. I don't have a 4L80 cross member. I do have a TH400 one, but this is about 3 inches longer, so it'll just sit on top of that until a later date. But I have motor mount bolts. I think the only thing I gotta do is actually like fully bolt in the K-frame. I can't remember if I did. I don't know. So it's that. We're gonna try to stab that in this weekend. I don't have high hopes of it getting that far. Oh, I have to put the brake booster in before the motor goes in too, because it's a Cobra booster and master. So before the motor goes in, we got to do that, because you're not going to get that booster in there afterwards, from what I've read. I've never put one in before, but the booster's twice the size. I think that's all we're going to do in this video. So, stay tuned. I'm not going to bore you with the sanding. You might get like 2 minutes of sanding, and that's it, if that. Depends on when I edit it. But, you know, video everything out, and we'll see. I don't know what else. I mean, I need more stuff. But, you know, I have motor mounts with bolts. Take these headers off, take those plug wires out, and jam it on in there. Alrighty, we are working here. I got everything stripped out of the bay. I got it sanded, primed, 2 coats of trim black. Dirt falling out of places. I got a Cobra booster in there. You can see the size of this dang thing. It's huge. That wasn't fun. Had to clearance the shock tower some. You see it right there. Touch the paint up some. But I gotta fit. See, she's in there. Clearance it right there some. This is why I want the spray paint. Whoop, little spray paint action. Good to go. I'm going to try to fit the master and see how that fits, because it looks mighty close to that strut tower. And then, because if I need to bang on that strut tower, I'm not going to be able to do it with an engine in the car. So I got a Cobra Master here. These things work great. I've had one in my green car for years with the M&M Maxim Motorsports pedal kit. Oh shit. Wow. I ain't gotta do shit. Cool. I don't do anything. So let's put the motor in the dang car. All right, it's in-ish. I have a floor jack holding up the back of the tranny. I'm going for right now. I made a mess. I didn't realize there was so much transmission fluid still in it. Right now, I'm gonna, if I can find it, I got my Stifler's trans cross member that I use for the 400 in the green car, and we're just gonna bolt that in for now, just so it's something can hold up, and then I will custom make a tranny mount or do something. I'm really surprised. There it is. I'm really surprised that no one makes a bolt-in 4L80 tranny mount yet. I don't get it. It's weird. This transmission uses a lot. Well, it's in. I'm pretty stoked. This is huge progress. We're gonna get that tranny. I was like, did I put the motor mounts on backwards with how much room there was here? But then, you know, it's fine. Get the radiator in there. It looks tight. I can't remember. I thought the mounts on AJE, the point face back. Am I wrong? And the point face forward? But I mean, it looks. I probably couldn't. You know, if I leave it here, I'll probably be all right because I'll be able to get this coil on. If I go back any further, I'll leave it forward. Doesn't matter. It does not matter. If anything, it would be radial raced, and the weight further forward would help. So it don't matter. And I don't think the thing would be fast enough to even worry about that. Man, I'm stoked. That is huge. I am so excited right now. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the lift plate off, put the valley cover on, so that's sealed up. I might try fitting the headers in. We're going to see. We're going to see how much that's going to suck. So, let's jump into that. Lord! One header, one long tube is in. There's not much clearance there, but this motor needs to angle down probably about an inch in the back. I have the tranny jacked up. And your boy messed that all up. I didn't realize how tight these 4L80s were. So I had to cut the ear off there on the front of the bell housing there. And so I jacked it up because I was going to use my 400 tranny mount just to hold it in the time being. Well, I didn't realize I smashed the electrical plug on the transmission. So that's going to have to get replaced. Cut a big hole in the floor, get that right, and I do believe my rearmost, so this is an early 4L80, it doesn't have the split cooling, but the rear one, we're gonna have to do some massaging on the cooler on that side. I done messed up again, lots of messing up with this car. The header bolt broken off in there. So I have two options. I do have the drilling jig for this to drill them and tap them, or I can get the I mean, at least it's the front one, so I can get the MIG out and try to do that. But man, huge progress. It looks phenomenal. No, the Trinity is not staying on there. That is for the green car, but I just put it on there to get a look of how everything is. The motor in my green car is set back probably about an inch. I mean, there's so much room here. I think I have about an inch that my motor's further back. But it's in. I gotta figure out a tranny mount and get this thing right. I'm gonna jack it up and try to put, I can't put this other header in. I gotta do that bolt. But, oh no. I can't see the top one. But I think the lower cooling fit in. Oh no, that's the upper one. Alright, so I'm gonna wait until we get a tranny mount in there before I worry about, you know, where I gotta cut the floors and stuff like that. But man, I couldn't be happier how great this looks. I mean, satin black engine bays look like doo-doo in my eyes, unless it's a satin black car, which this will eventually be. Well, Cobra Master in. Yeah, now this is, I'm waiting on UPS. So this is the fun stuff. Oh, that might be UPS. Hold on. Oh, righty. I think we're gonna wrap this episode up. We obviously got the motor in it. I got the radiator back in it. I probably should have flipped the motor mounts because we're a little tight here, but you know, that's manageable. There would be nothing wrong with that. If I flip the mounts, I get like an inch further back, but am I gonna run into header issues, coil issues, heater core issues? Like, I don't know. I haven't decided what I'm gonna do yet, so I'm not gonna get a drive shaft made or start fabricating the exhaust or anything like that until I actually really start looking at everything just to see. Because I mean, like, this doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all, you know. And I could always put a slimmer fan on there. This is just like a factory contour fan. I gotta make some mounts. It's just held in with a zip tie. I haven't decided what I'm gonna do mount wise yet. Some rubber isolator, but I gotta get the rubber isolators underneath. And I cannot find, as I say it, the condenser's right there. I was like, I cannot find my condenser. Because this is going to go. I'm gonna set you all up. That could sit. Maybe a little trimming for the fittings over here, but that can do the job. Perfect. It's in there perfect. Mount a tranny cooler up here somewhere. Over here, obviously. I'll probably mount it in this corner-ish area. In case I ever put an intercooler on here. UPS did not come. Little sissy pants. It didn't even start snowing here until like 3. And then it was light. I mean, it might have been an inch by 10 p.m. that night. So, they didn't deliver my package. Which is something for the green car that I can't wait for. Anybody need a roll cage? Still certified for a Fox body. Let me know. A couple $100 in Connecticut. Oh, drag week. Ooh. My drag and drive trailer is for sale as well. If anybody's looking for one in Connecticut. But we're in cleanup mode right now. I have to get everything cleaned because this car has to be centered in this bay because I'm going to put it up on cribbing, the wood cribs I have, so we can start doing the metal work and do the floor pans. There's a little bit of sheet metal work underneath the back of the car, just very small, minute things I got to weld on. I got to fix the floor here so I can finish with the convertible top brackets. That side's fine. I can bolt that whole side in, but this side needs some love. And then we're going to start doing these floor pans. Get that gas tank in. New floor pans right there. And continue to clean up and working on this thing. Well, I think that'll wrap this video up. And we will end it, I think. I think we're good. The only thing I started doing was fitting the Maximum Motorsports brake line kit in, and I gotta clean up this and the proportioning valve and put this plug in and such like that, but I'm not gonna put that ratty ass thing in there. Oh, you see my new boost control regulators, or well, my CO2 regulators I should say. This setup is from Priest Precision. This entire setup, 15 ounces, and it's a dual regulator. You can see they set it for me. If it'll ever, there you go, 165, 100, which you can adjust. There's a little baby Allen here, and these are knobs to turn it. The only thing I'm missing is a little gauge, but that's 16 ounces, 15.6. The old setup is this big ass thing. This weighed 3.5 pounds. Look at the size difference. Cut 3 pounds essentially out of the car by changing boost regulators, air regulators. Freaking nuts. It's nuts. So, anyway, we're gonna get that. Once I get it up on cribs, I can take I can jack it up in stands, get the front wheels off, get the brakes on. I need brake lines. It's the only thing left for the front. I need brake lines for the whole car because when it comes to braking system for my wife and kid, I'm not going to chance it. So replace the entire braking system is brand new minus the rear calipers. But yeah, so we'll wrap it up. Next week we're going to go see the green car. Joe's got pretty much the whole floor done, and we're going to go fit my seat, fit me in the car with my seat, which I'm super excited about. I'm super excited about this whole thing. Oh, I need to order some more parts and get rolling on this thing some more, figure out if I'm going to flip these engine mounts, and go from there. Get in the garage, grab a cold drink, and get to work on your hot rod. Have a great night, guys.